What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. This is Monday Market Briefs, where we discuss all things private equity, private capital. I'm your host, Tariq Collins, and this show is brought to you by the Capital Alliance Network. Listen, today we're going to get right into it, man. Japan and America is making trade deals, big deals, right? So Japan will be investing 36 billion into the U.S., making it in the critical minerals, oil and gas infrastructure, power generation grid. The deal is struck between a $550 billion deal, but what's happening is they're making their first three deals with the $36 billion to be made in the U.S. Now, this deal came about because of the tariffs. Everybody know about the tariffs from last year that Trump went into effect and everybody was scrambling. Well, Japan said, hey, to avoid these tariffs being so high, we want to take tariffs from 25% down to 15%. The way that they decided to do that was to invest into the American markets. And so Trump said, let's do it. But this ain't the first time we really seen this, right? So we've seen this before with China back in the day, from my opinion. So back when Blackstone was in its early days, they got a call from the Chinese government in order for them to invest into their fund for them to grow their economy and their country. And that's exactly what China did, which now looks like Japan's learned from their playbook, right? So that they making it the first thing in a historic moment. So the trade deal will revitalize the American industrial base, create hundreds of thousands of great jobs, American jobs, strengthen our national economic security like never before. This is a direct quote from Trump. This is the largest project, a $33 billion gas-fired power generation facility out in Ohio. This is expected to do 9.2 gigawatts of electricity, making it one of the biggest power projects ever announced in the U.S. The facility is led by SV Energy, and it's a subsidiary of SoftBanks, based on what the official said. So this is a huge project. That's one of the first ones that they're going to do. The next thing that they're going to do is invest just over $2 billion in a deep water crude oil export facility out in Texas Gulf, America Gulf. What's it called now? Gulf of Mexico, American Gulf. I don't know. Y'all tell me what the correct terminology is, but that's where they're going to be making this investment for crude exports. The third project involved a diamond grit manufacturing facility that's going to be in Georgia. The what it's going to be is a carbon-based material used to industrial and energy applications with global production. Synthetic diamonds, dominated by China. It's a roughly $600 million investment that will be made with Element 6 that's going to be said to happen in the next few months. So, under the terms of this 2025 trade agreement, the financing decisions is going to be based on what Japan brings to the table, right? So, this is a partnership. However, Japan's responsible for the initial financing of this deal, which then produced more jobs in America. It was a great trade off that happened between, of course, because we know that Japan kind of deals with the auto industry. So we want to make sure, or Trump want to make sure, that these guys uphold their deal before they back out on it. If they do not make the investment, the penalties that they facing are normal tariffs with penalties and interest from them not paying the back tariffs or the tariffs from the start of when Trump initiated the tariff. So more to follow on the Japan trade deal with America. It looks like it's going to be some good things in this private market. We see that this country's investing, jobs is going to be coming here, opportunity to be had. Looks like the oil is doing good and manufacturing is going to be great. That's a wrap with this episode of Money Market Briefs, talking about Japan and America. We'll see you next week.